Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 9125 Southwest Garden Home Road here in Portland. We're located at the back of the house here. We're right next to the crawl space access, just barely to the side of it. We've got a 4-inch ABS clean out as our point of access. We're going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. We'll zero out the foot counter at the base of the clean out. Here, I'll show this here so you don't lose track. There's actually two clean outs. There's another one off the back right corner of the house too. There's your crawl access. There's your clean out. All right, we're going to zero out here. I originally went into the secondary clean out before I found this one. And it does look like there's a belly in and around that area. So you're going to probably see some standing water here in just a moment. And that secondary clean out, it looks like someone hit it with a weed whacker or edger or something. There's a big cut in the top of it. I would recommend replacing that cap. Pretty cheap, $3-4 at the store, not a big deal. But when they're beat up like that, they're almost too easy to open. Kids can open them up and put stuff down into them. You want to make sure that that has a decent cap on top of it. So we just went under that second clean out, and that's the belly there, which we will assess that when the line's drained out at the end. I've got a bathtub running right now, putting a lot of water down the line. It's going to exaggerate anything I look at. And then we're going into another one right now that it certainly is causing buildup to occur. We got another one here. I mean, at the very least, in this circumstance, I mean, we'll see how it looks when it drains out at the end, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to probably recommend some repairs on these. Mostly, I mean, it looks like you've got inches of water here, but it's causing quite a bit of buildup to occur in the flow line. And bellies do not guarantee a blockage will happen, but what they do is cause buildup to occur. And I mean, there's things you can do to help mitigate blockages. You almost have to treat the sewer line like a septic system. But when I've got that much buildup occurring, that's an area where I'm going to recommend repairs. So if repairs aren't done, at the very least, I'd recommend cleaning the line and rescoping periodically, especially at the 1 year mark after moving in. That'll give you a decent baseline for how the line is handling your living habits. Now we're switching over to 3034 PVC pipe here. Finally made it there. That is a monster of a sewer line. 170 feet. And we're going to go locate that, well, the terminus anyway, while the line drains out. We'll get a better view of everything as we come back. All right, I attempted to locate there. It's a very, very busy road. I'm having a hard time getting out into traffic there and locating. The line looks like it's going out to Garden Home. I'm going to pull back here a little ways and try and locate closer to the street edge. Just given the length of the line, though, I believe the line is traveling to the opposite side of the road that this house sits on to terminate. Now we're going to start pulling back here. We have a little bit of water still trickling to the line, but it's going to be fully drained by the time we get back to the clean out. The last half of the line here is looking good. Drains well. Yeah, and this water here is all moving water. None of that is standing. Yeah, I'm going to go try and locate here again. All right, I was able to locate the camera head here properly. And there is a patch in the road, just given where we're at now. Yeah, it looks like the main is on the opposite side of the street. This is right where the kind of cobblestone, whatever that stone is at, the driveway there meets up with the dirt directly in front of it, or between the driveway and the street here. So where we're sitting currently is roughly 10 feet or so from the street edge. And there's a cut patch in the walking path out near the road. That cut patch is right where the sewer line travels. Alright, so we're into the furthest out belly right now. Now this one dissipates out here at around 84, 85 feet. Alright, so we are in the front yard area right now at 4 feet deep. Luckily, it looks like all the spot repairs here are under grass and dirt, and they're not terribly deep. Now, once again, I'm going to recommend repairs on the bellies, especially when you get this many back to back. It's just hard for debris, especially, to maintain its speed and get out where you want it to go. Again, it doesn't guarantee a blockage is going to occur. But you can see how much buildup my camera was scraping off the flow line. So if nothing else, like I was mentioning before, get a cleaning done on it, get all the debris out of the line, and then try and do things like again, almost treat it like a septic system. Do not put grease down it, paper towels, flushable wipes. The only debris that should be going down the line. You can put food down your disposal, just not things like potato peels. But it's for your toilet, human waste, and ideally folded toilet paper only. The rest of those items are likely to hang up, and then they don't break down hardly at all. So that they will often they will just stay there. Especially grease buildup, especially things like paper towels, tampons, stuff like that. All right, same depth here, 4 feet deep. This is all being marked with white paint. You've got what appears to be a little bit of standing water right here. There is buildup, which could be somewhat causing the water to stand here, but it looks like the belly truly starts right here at about 68 feet. This is another thing you want to keep out of your line. All this junk that's collected here on the right side of the pipe, those are all eggshells. Don't put that stuff in your line. You can see how easily they collect here. These are even hard to remove with a hydrojetter. They're kind of, as far as I can tell, they're heavy and dense, kind of like gold is, and they just sink to the bottom of any standing water. They collect like crazy, and those things will gunk your kitchen sink up like no tomorrow. So I would highly recommend keeping eggshells out of your kitchen sink and sewer system if possible. All right, so I've got each separate belly I'll have marked. There'll be an X at each end, and then white lines in between, kind of showing the span of each belly. Realistically, as close as these bellies are together, it's probably going to be one continuous repair trench, but they may be able to do it in separate spot repairs. Just depends. When you get them this close back to each other, a lot of times they will just cut a trench through all of it so they can make sure they get the grade proper. It's easier to do it, to fix a belly that way. And more successful. You're more likely to get all the standing water out rather than just part of it. So the other one here dissipates out at 54 feet. So this spot here, I'm not able to actually get directly over the top of the line. It looks like they parked a shed on top of the sewer line here. So I've got an arrow pointing under the shed. It's hard to tell you exactly how far underneath it is, but it's underneath the shed. It's very likely what caused this belly to occur. Just too much weight on top of the sewer line. This one runs from around 45 to 54 feet.
Is that